Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Ji ayanu pakhair agale ni hao chunishumme washmale. Ohio gozaimas guten morgen. Hola, bonjour, privyet, kaifa hal? Hale shuma chatore, ahlan wasal, marhaba, buna, mucho, gracias, swabia, balli kare aya. Hosh gayal de nanaya saya, khuya mora, chivato, chihal jot, kali mera khairutan. And a very good morning to everybody who's tuned into PTV World and Watching World this morning. Alongside my wonderful colleague who happens to be Miss Eesha, Rehan. I happen to be Shahzad Khan, and we hope and pray that everybody out there is doing wonderfully well and that you're ready to kickstart your day with us. But first things first, hello Eesha, assalamu alaikum. How are you feeling today?
Wa alaikum assalam, Shahzad. I am feeling absolutely great. And when I woke up today early morning, I actually heard a lot of birds chirping.
Okay.
And that was like music to my ears. And that got me thinking about why music is so significant in our lives. It helps boost morale, it puts us in a positive mood, and it generally impacts overall emotion. You know,
exactly. Thank you so much for saying that, because whenever, you know, as a grown-up boy, I feel like crying. I think I'm going to put up sad music in my car and go on a drive. But ladies and gentlemen, certainly music plays a very vital role in uplifting your mood, in making sure that you're more emotional, in sharing your feelings, in sharing an expression. And not just that, I think on top of that, it is actually a cultural representation of from where you actually belong, may it be a geographical area, a place, a community, or even the armed forces. I mean, for Pakistan Armed Forces, we have popularly known the military bands and how they've actually played an instrumental role in raising the morale or, you know, giving them that feel or passion that they actually require. And such is the case today over here in our studios, because imagine that a lot of airmen have actually flown all the way from United States to Pakistan, and we're very lucky that they've actually joined us over here on PTV World on our morning show as well. Now imagine that the United States Air Force Central Band, named as ACENT Band, is the only permanently assigned Air Force band on the Central Command area of responsibility. We're very lucky that we will be introducing them, and we are certainly thankful to them for taking our time to join us over here, and that too for our audiences in 46 different countries. On my left, I'm going to get started. We're very lucky that we've actually been joined by Mr. Peter Somerville, who happens to be our guitarist, and he's a staff sergeant. And alongside him is Clayton Farris, the Airman First Class. Hello, assalamu alaikum, gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you feeling today?
Very good, sir.
Thank you so much for joining us. Wonderful to have you over here in Pakistan and in PTV World Studios. On my right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, you know, the people who are actually going to sing for while, you know, Peter and Clayton are actually going to play those two individuals, which I'll be introducing in just a second. The Master Sergeant herself, who is Miss Rachel Wilson, and alongside her, we're very lucky that we've been joined by Airman First Class Lawrence Laureano. Hello, good morning, assalamu alaikum.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Wonderful to have you over here.
Thank you for hosting us today.
Exactly, wonderful. So let's get started with our conversation first of all. Whoever wants to answer, please go ahead, take the question. So what brings you to Pakistan? Is this your first time in Pakistan, and what are your impressions so far about our motherland, Pakistan?
Yes, sir. Well, we have a small representation of our 7-member unit here today of the U.S. Air Force's Central Band. And as you mentioned, we work in the entire central region. We perform public outreach concerts in support of the United States Air Force. And this is our first time to Pakistan, all of us.
Wow.
We've never traveled here before, but we have just been overwhelmed with the hospitality and the friendship, the beauty of the culture.
Thank you
We're
so
so
much for
glad to
joining.
hear
It's
that.
wonderful to have you over here. So can you please elaborate about your band? How many people are in the band? Is it just the 4 of you, or is it a bigger band? Because I saw your Instagram videos, there were a lot of other people too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we are a smaller representation. It's 4 of us here this morning, but we are a 7-piece band. We also have a percussionist and an audio engineer and a bass player that's traveling with us.
Wow, you know, with the box type of an instrument as well. I'm not really sure, you know, what do we call it, right? All right, because I actually got it over here, you know, so
And
yeah.
you know, let's dive into the history of the band and what is the significant role that it plays for the U.S. military.
So the Air Force Band history dates back many years. So from traditional marching band and troop support all the way to today, where we perform a variety of popular music for troop morale, and also we perform a bunch of different types of music to connect with different audiences. So we've kept our heritage, and we've also expanded with the times to reach our younger audiences.
Wow.
Wow, that's great as well. I think I'm going to pose a question to Clayton over here. So Clayton, imagine that, over here with Pakistan Army, Navy and Pakistan Air Force, we do have military bands. And most of the time what I feel like, coming from me or straight from my heart is that it actually brings an element of unity. And is it the same cause that ACENT was actually formed to make sure that wherever that you're traveling, that you form unity, more bonds, soft diplomacy of the country or Air Force?
Yes, sir, that's definitely true. Our main mission, really, outside of just troop support for U.S. forces, is actually to share our culture with other cultures, and like you said, diplomacy through music. So we can share a softer side of the military for one that promotes peace and partnership instead of war.
Exactly. Thank you so much for saying that, because it's coming straight from Airman. But the core motto of ACENT is honor, inspire, and connect. Can someone, or probably, why don't you shed some light on it?
Yes, sir. As you mentioned, our mission is to honor, inspire, and connect. We honor those who have come before us, inspire future generations, and connect with a variety of cultures through music.
Exactly, that's great. And since it's all about music, so I think why shouldn't, we put you to test? I'm sorry for saying that. But please, let's do that. Whatever you're sharing, tell us about that as well. And let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is ACENT. All right, it feels a little weird us sitting and you standing. So, the job demands that, yes. Please go ahead.
Feel free to snap your fingers, clap your hands,
Sure.
enjoy yourself.
Why not? I'm going to stand up.
I will.
Two. 1, 2,
That's the perfect way to start a morning. Wow, you guys were great, yeah?
Thank you so much.
I mean, I loved it so much. Wow.
The
Since we like
energy,
dancing
the
though.
expression.
Eesha, why didn't you stand up?
I am standing up here, but it didn't make
Please
a
take your
difference.
seat.
Thank you so much.
That was marvelous. Thank you so much. It was great. I mean, I don't know. I woke up so early. I never knew that that's the kind of fun that we will be having inside the studio. Thank you so much for joining us.
The
I
energy
mean, I'm
was
ecstatic
moving
and
on.
excited too as well. Wow. I think that's great. What a great way to start your morning. I think it's great. Yeah.
So let's dive into what this song was about. Was it more of a jazz country-like song, or was it more of a pop song?
Oh, this is more like a blues classic rock song.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
by
a classic
Queen.
rock song.
Yeah.
And what songs do you normally play? And how do you decide which audience to play for what song?
Oh yeah. So a lot of times it's based on the audience. Who we're playing for. Sometimes maybe an older generation, some music from the 70s, 60s, like classic rock. Sometimes it's just based on request. For one of our outreach missions on this trip, we were asked for specifically American country music. So that's something that we're happy to abide by and learn some country music. And we often keep that in our repertoire as well.
Yeah, and it actually gives you that feel as well. I'm sorry, but I'll have to say this, but this kind of music, I think it's too early to say that because it's morning time over here. But probably people in the West will chug a beer on this kind of music and enjoy and let loose and be like, hey, you know what? Let's relax. I think it's great. But how does a normal day for all of you look like? Because you're serving as airmen, sergeants, and for you to be over here in uniforms actually brings a lot of responsibility, not just music or connecting bridges, right?
Yes, sir. So we are all active duty American airmen, musicians. So we do all of our own operations for our unit. So we stay very busy in the office, planning our tours, making sure our equipment is ready to go, transportation, finances, our resources. So we all have a mission support duty. And as we work our way through the ranks, we add a few more. So we stay very busy.
Wow.
I think that's great. But as musicians, don't you think that that there comes a time in your day where you're like, hey, you know what? You want me to play music or probably just run and chase whatever my duty actually calls for? Do you ever come across such an emotion or a feeling?
Of course, yes. And rehearsal is a big part of our day as well.
Yeah.
We have to make sure that we're prepared for everything. And as more requests come in, we're always trying to be prepared.
Well, I think it's great to be prepared, but coming from a background where you've always played music, you've done so much, do you think at times it actually kind of does bug you? Hey, you know what? why can't I be Michael Jackson or something else? Because that's what people speak about, the American dream, right?
Yes.
So how does it fulfill your American dream by serving your Air Force?
I think we all love music and want to be musicians, but all of us are professional musicians before we joined.
Yeah.
So I think all of us that join the military still feel a calling to help serve. So we feel honored by that. So we don't need to be famous musicians ourselves. We prefer just to be excellent at what we do and serve our country.
And Ascent is already quite famous anyways, so wherever you go, I think brings a lot of pride to United States of America, and it's great. But if I am to ask each one of you, what was the motive behind you joining U.S. Air Force? Let's go ahead, let's listen to that. Yeah, Lawrence?
I love music. It's it's my passion, and it's a beautiful way of connecting with
And you sing really well, by the way.
Thank you very much. And it's just inspiring for me to understand that I can use my own voice, my instrument, to uplift and share a message of hope and friendship and partnership. And so that's one of the many reasons why I joined.
But that's one diplomatic reason that you've given us. Let's get to a personal level. Go ahead.
Well, I've always wanted to join the Air Force since I was little, because my grandfather was actually in the Air Force.
Oh.
So I had, I never met him because he passed away in the 80s, but I grew up listening to his stories from my elders, and I gained an appreciation and a spark of one day I want to join, but I also wanted to perform.
Music, yeah.
So navigate that in order to, express.
Wow.
Wonderful.
What I would
What
do.
about you,
Yeah.
Miss Rachel?
Yes, so I joined the Air Force over 18 years ago. I do come from a military background in my family. My father served in the U.S. Army, so I was around military my whole childhood. I grew up in Colorado Springs, which is near the U.S. Air Force Academy, so a lot of presence in that state. And after I got my degree in music education, I did feel a calling to be able to share music and serve, and to be able to combine both. It's really been a joy and a pleasure over the last 18 years.
So pretty much it runs in the blood. I think that's great. And you know what? Rachel actually reminds me that Rachel character from Friends. I don't know, I think obviously we all grew up watching Friends anyways, And I think my wife is such a crazy fan that she's actually memorized all the lines as well from all the seasons. Every time I sit down with her to watch this season Friends, and she knows the dialogues already. So I'm like, okay, hey, you know what? I'll switch it off. And you can probably do it for me. So I think it's more fun as well. What about you, Peter?
So I enlisted 9 years ago, and I think at a base level, I always thought a day playing guitar is better than any day not playing guitar. But I also was very interested in the travel opportunities that the Air Force will allow for me, and just being a part of a team that's bigger than ourselves as individuals.
Exactly, that's great. And how do you think that, that this very initiative of United States Air Force will actually bridge a lot of gaps in between different nations and or probably allies as well? How do you think that it actually helps?
Well, music can really act as a universal language
that's
with
true.
building down barriers and being able to connect at a human level first.
Yeah, that's great. So have you ever been in love?
Yes.
How
Happily married
do you
man.
think, how instrumental is music for you to be in love, to unlock those emotions that you might not have experienced before?
Oh, I mean, it's essential for me personally. Yes, and my wife's a musician as well.
Wow.
So it's how we met. It's a huge part of our lives as a family as well.
Wow. Yeah, I think I like that sound. She's always, whenever she hears something really cute, she's like, wow. Yeah. So
Add
yeah.
a little character.
Yeah, you want to add something more?
Yeah, I think Clayton's left when he
Yeah, he
had
spoke
to
about
describe.
it.
Oh,
Yeah, he spoke about it already, but it's all right. I think Eesha is so, kind of taken away with the music and the vocals over here that she cannot keep track of the conversation.
we want to know, you just landed in Pakistan 2 days ago, right? So what other plans do you have? Or what are you going to do? Where are you going to travel?
Yeah. And what have you
Where are
eaten
you
so
going
far?
to perform, huh?
Sure, we were with the U.S. Embassy yesterday for their 4th of July Independence Day celebration. So that was just wonderful. Over 700 people there, a mix of folks from all over. So we just had a wonderful time connecting, and it was a great party. And so we're really pleased that the U.S. Embassy invited us out for that. Today we will be at the Rung Music School, and this evening we will be at Roots International School. And these are really wonderful moments for us to be able to connect with young musicians and students. So we're really looking forward to those engagements.
Wow, that's great. And what have you eaten so far? Have you tried Pakistani cuisine by far?
We haven't had any local food yet. Is there anything you would recommend?
Yeah, sure, why not? You know, so I'm going to recommend chicken kadai. Yeah, somebody would know within the US Embassy how to cook it, because there are a lot of Pakistani people who work over there. So chicken kadai, biryani. Biryani is where we cook rice and chicken together.
Yes.
It can be meat and beef too. And you know what else? I mean, nihari.
Tikke, nihari, pie, halim.
Obviously, you cannot understand, but yeah, if you can recall it, I think that'll
That
be great
sounds
too.
delicious.
Yeah, and try the fruit over here. The fruit is not bland at all. You know, it's really. And try mangoes. Try Pakistani mangoes if you get a chance. You know, if somebody's listening to us in the US Embassy, please make sure that you treat our guests with mangoes. You know,
And make sure that to try our desserts. We have kulfi, we have kheer, we have shahi tukre, we have faludas.
Yeah.
So yeah, our desserts are very exceptional
yeah.
as well. You will love
And you cannot get the idea of what we're trying to say, but once you will eat it, you'll be like, wow. You know, why did I never taste it as well? But I think that's great. And you know. Because you travel internationally, there's so many countries that you visit. What is that one international or national song that you would always love to perform?
I think a song that is popular in every place of the world that I've been in, including
Is it
many
Summer
tours
Jam?
in the. It's Country Roads.
Oh yeah.
Country Roads, John Denver. I think that song really speaks to
All right.
everyone.
So are we going to perform that?
Not today.
Yeah,
Not
we
today,
didn't plan
okay.
to perform that one today. However, you know, if you make it to one of our shows, you're likely to hear it.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, why not? You know, so probably we'll have to come to Roots then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, Mr. Faisal Mushtaq, I think we've actually invited ourselves to your school, probably, to listen to Absent. But, there's an inside news. I'm really sorry. I mean, no inside news should actually come out, from a military man, that you've actually prepared Dil Dil Pakistan for us and for our audiences. Is that true?
Yes,
This is-
very
Yes?
true.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So first of all, I think I'm going to be in conversation with Lawrence.
Yeah.
How did you actually get your hands onto that this is the song that you need to perform? And then how difficult was it for you to memorize the lyrics and then get going with Dil Dil Pakistan?
Well, first of all, it's a beautiful melody, and I love, nice melodic lines, so that instantly captured my attention. The music was handed to us by our leadership, and I was just excited to learn it because, I just love learning different cultures, especially in terms with music.
Yeah.
I haven't completely memorized the song.
We'll help you.
That'd be great. But yeah, I did lots of listening, and spent a lot of time just making sure that, pronunciations are right.
Yes.
And phrasings and the lines.
Let's see.
are-
Say Dil Dil Pakistan. Let's see if your pronunciation
Yes,
is on
yeah,
point.
sure.
Yeah.
Please don't judge me.
No, we're not going to judge you, but we are thankful. Thank you so much, because that's one song which actually unites us as a nation.
Oh,
and
wow.
this song has been instrumental, so may it be our Independence Day, may it be our Defense Day, Martyrs Day. This song is something that we'll all play and probably
That's
just
beautiful.
jam to it as well. But I think that with that's the most difficult part of your job, no? Because you're going to so many countries, probably you'll have to learn music in Arabic, in Urdu, in so many different languages. Does it get to you at times that,
Yeah, we actually just went to Uzbekistan and
Yeah.
we performed one of their local songs, and they just loved it. So I think our most favorite part is sharing it with the community
Yep.
and seeing their reaction. Just for example, last night we performed Dil Dil Pakistan for the first time, and the crowd just loved it. And so-
Wow.
wow, I think that's great.
It's-
So,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, before you get started, I actually want to know that you have traveled to different countries. So, which crowd was the most enthusiastic, and which was the crowd that you loved the most?
That's a
you
trick
can be
question.
biased.
That's
you
a
can
trick
be biased. You can let us know.
Well, last night is so fresh in my mind. I have to
Yes.
say, that crowd was definitely
Yeah.
up there with the excitement.
that's smart.
And so, of course, as you,
A very
as you
neutral
can
answer.
imagine, we love that
Exactly,
on
honestly.
stage. So, right answer?
Thank you so
right
much.
So, Pakistan is your favorite.
Yeah.
We take that. Thank you.
I mean, obviously, when you're going to rub it on their face, that's what they're going to say. You're not supposed to ask this question, but it's okay.
But what I appreciated last night was they went to the stage. They weren't afraid to interact with us, and that makes our job
Yeah,
easy.
and
you know?
they could have taken it far away from there. And you really do not want us on the stage. You know, you really want them to be where they are. Hey, you know what? Listen to us while we're singing for you. Don't come to us. I think that's something
was
essential.
real fun. Yes.
Exactly, that's great. So can we please give Dil Dil Pakistan a try? Okay, let's do this. So please stand up, Dad. Please stand up. Stand up. Come on, stand up.
And yes, please sing along with us.
Yeah. We are. All right, best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Wow! Oh, wow! You guys did a great job, not missing a single scale, making sure that you were on top of the lead as well. And I think you guys were great, and you sang it really well. I think most of the Pakistanis cannot even do such a good job. Yes, so thank you so much. Please take your seat.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
The body language, such charisma, such charm and passion.
And
It
the
was
pronunciation
wonderful.
was absolutely
Really?
100%.
Oh my
yes. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Wow. I mean, certainly you are an airman for a reason. Yeah, and that too in the absent band. It's great. So very quickly towards the end, before we actually wrap it up, if there's anything that you would want to say, if there's a message on behalf of ACENT, US Air Force, or individual levels, please go ahead, look into your camera and say whatever you feel like.
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, as you can see, we inspire excellence in music. And so all of our airmen musicians are highly trained, and we enjoy the challenge of being able to learn local songs and find different ways to connect with communities through music. And so we really are honored to represent the excellence and professionalism of all of our men and women serving in our United States Air Force.
Wonderful.
So thank you so much for hosting us today
so
and for the invitation.
Thank you so much for taking our time. Anything that you would want to say, please go ahead.
I think Rachel Wilson, Master Sergeant Wilson's.
All right, so you're going to follow that.
Ensemble. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. It's
Probably you
really
could have
been a
said
pleasure.
same. Clayton gets my jokes, I think. Well, it's great. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for honoring your fellow airmen as well. I think it's wonderful to have you over here. And such soft diplomacy is something which really needs to be appreciated on the highest level. And it's Pakistan and United States hand in hand. Thank you so much for being with us. Lovely to be in conversation with you. Certainly because I'm not from a military background, but I would have saluted you as well. But I think that's my way of saying that we love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Wonderful to have you over here. Towards the, ladies and gentlemen, end of this segment, the only thing that I'm going to mention over here is that these people actually leave behind their families and go to different countries to make sure that they bridge those gaps, which we might see at times. And I think for these people to come and step over here and live amongst us and enjoy our culture and share their culture is something which will be of true meaning in days to come. And certainly, I think, thank you so much for all the initiatives that you've taken, your fellow airmen have taken, and we certainly pay them a rich tribute for what they have done for your country. And likewise for our armed forces and for our country. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading out towards a short break. This was ACENT with us over here in PT World this morning, and don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. And once you come back, we have a lot of children coming in and to speak about summer vacations, because it's officially summer vacation time. Yay, good morning. Let's do it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful to have you. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Certainly, it's summer vacation time, and the studio is filled with kids running. Well, you want to take a look? Okay, take a look. Can we zoom out? Probably do something and show them the kids. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to introduce these wonderful, amazing kids who are over here with us. So first up, we're very lucky that we have been joined by Miss Emaan Ashraf. Hello, Emaan. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. How are you?
Fine.
Thank you so much for joining us. Wonderful to have you alongside Emaan. We're very lucky that we've been joined by Mr. Muhammad Abdullah. Hello, Abdullah. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Islam, I'm good. How are you?
Absolutely perfect. Thank you so much for joining us. And joining them is our superhero, Muhammad Shafay. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. How are you? Tico, wonderful. I think that's great. On my right-hand side, all right. So there's Shabo running. I don't know if you have actually caught a sight of it or not, but on my right-hand side, we're very lucky that we've been actually joined by Mr. Syed Izne Hussain. Hello, Izne Hussain. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. How are you?
I am fine.
Well, that's great. And that's Shabo running over here. That's Muhammad Shahab. And alongside Mr. Syed Izne Hussain, we're lucky that we've been joined by Mr. Muhammad Bahaj. Hello, Bahaj. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. How are you?
Fine.
I think that's great. Thank you so much for joining us. Do you feel great today?
Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. And alongside them, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by Miss Syeda Fizza Naqvi. Hello, Fizza Abi. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. How are you?
I am fine. Thank you, Islam. Walaikum Assalam.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's get the conversation started. Emaan Abi, it's summer vacation time. What are you doing differently in these summer vacations, which other children should do?
I am doing crafts.
Okay, crafts. What sort of crafts?
I like to make paper crafts,
Okay.
like bookmarks,
And what do you
And
require for
bookmarks,
that? So you make bookmarks?
glue and paper.
All right. Well, that's wonderful. Do you even read a lot?
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful.
What's
so
your
you
favorite book?
Yeah, they come in handy, right?
Bone chillers.
Come again?
Bone chillers.
Yeah, what is that?
Opportunists?
No, it's a book.
It's
Oh,
a book.
it's
All right. Well, that's wonderful.
That
She's
sounds
far away
great.
from reading, so it's perfectly okay. Let's move on to Mr. Abdullah.
Abdullah.
Abdullah bhai, Api's, making crafts. What are you doing? Are you playing a lot of sports these days?
So I like football.
Okay.
So I'm like practicing a lot of football in these summer
Wow.
vacations. and I'm also going to like study a little bit so that I'm not like.
But why study in summer
Studying your
vacation?
idea or mama's idea?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
but still it's a little important in summer vacations.
No, it's not. Who told you that? Summer vacations is for you to play. Don't listen to
No,
your
like
parents.
a
tell-
little bit.
No, not at all. I mean, there's an individual sitting right in front of you. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling you guys, but I never did my summer vacation homework. Never, ever.
Oh, wow. We
And
have a naughty kid over
but I
here.
had to do it when
Naughty
the
adult.
school actually resumed. My teacher would be like, hey, you know what, you need to complete it. So we can do it then later. I think that's fine. So football is something that you would want to play.
Yeah,
And
I also do like sketches.
sketches?
Yeah.
Really?
Art runs in the family.
Wow, how do
I'm
you know
like
that?
practicing some
She does
sketches.
crafts, he does art and sketches.
Yeah, but how do you think that it's run in the family?
Because both the siblings are doing it.
How does it run in the
What sketches
family?
do you make, Abdullah? What sketches do you make?
Like what I like first take a subject. It can be anything, like these flowers or a lamp, and I like just start to sketch.
Wow, yeah, that's great. And do you really require some different pencils and
Yeah,
stuff?
we
to
do.
to
They are
sketch?
like different shades of pencils.
Wow, that's great. So
Wow.
do you draw inspiration from your mother more or from your father?
I think my father does like more arts. Like he's good at painting and stuff. My mother is also good, but I saw my father doing it more.
All right, well that's wonderful. Let's move to this way as well. Hello, Muhammad Shafay, Shahab, hello. All right, so let's move on to Muhammad Shafay. Shafay, it's summer vacation time. What are you doing?
कर रहा हूँ,
क्या कर रहे हो?
खेलता हूँ,
क्या खेलते हो?
खेलता हूँ अपने शाबों के साथ पकड़ने पकड़ाई और छुपन
पकड़न पकड़ाई खेलते हो? पकड़ लेते हो शाबों को? Are you sure?
यस
पक्की बात है? पकड़ लोगे अभी?
हाँ
अच्छा चलो फिर आपको माइक उतारना पड़ेगा फिर हमें दोबारा लगाना ही पड़ेगा. Do you want me to help you? Okay, let me help you. Let's see if Shafay can actually catch Shabo. Shabo, Shafay is going to come to catch you, okay? Okay, and you have to run fast, okay? Let me first of all take off the mic. You okay? So you can just only go around these places, okay? Wait, 1, 2, 3, go! Come on, let's do this! Yeah, come on! Yeah, we're catching each other. Come on! Yeah. Yes, let's do it! Yeah, you got it. You got it. It's great. High
that
five.
was a little
High
off
five.
camera.
Well, that's wonderful. Oh, that's wonderful.
But Shafay
Okay,
has
we'll have to
been
put the
caught.
mic.
Shahab
Abdullah's
has
going to
been
help you to
caught.
put the mic. Please sit down. Have some water now.
Now let's move over here to Fizza.
These
How
kids are
are you,
fast.
Fizza?
Yeah.
Fizza, how is your summer break been going?
कुकिंग एंड बेकिंग
You've been painting and cooking. What do you like to cook?
केक
Cakes. Wow, Fizza's a good baker.
Yeah.
So what flavor is your favorite?
चॉकलेट
Shahab, well, that's
Chocolate.
great. आपको क्या लगता है कि समर वेकेशंस में हमें ऐसा क्या करना चाहिए जो बहुत सारे बच्चे नहीं करते हैं और उससे आपको फायदा होगा?
दूसरों की हेल्प करनी चाहिए
दूसरों की हेल्प करनी चाहिए और कैसे कर सकते हैं हम दूसरों की हेल्प?
उनकी मदद करके
उनकी मदद करें, क्या करें? उनके लिए खाना पकाएं, उनके लिए
उनको-
कपड़े लेकर जाएं,
उनको कपड़े लेके जाए
उनको स्कूलों में पढ़ाएं.
उनको
हाँ.
गिफ्ट्स दें,
That's
उनकी
great.
पढ़ाई में हेल्प करें.
आपके एक अंकल हैं नमूद मुस्लिम, आप जानते हो उनको?
यस
जानते हो? वो आपको कैसे लगते हैं?
अच्छे
अच्छे लगते हैं? क्यों अच्छे लगते हैं?
क्योंकि वो
वो
मेरे
आपके लिए
अंकल
बहुत सारी कैंडीज लेके आते हैं, जूस लेके आते हैं, ये क्या वजह है? या ईदी बहुत ज्यादा देते हैं? कितनी ईदी देते हैं नमूद अंकल आपको? 500 या 100 या देते ही नहीं है? नहीं देते? माय गॉड नमूद साहब, आई एम रियली सॉरी बट दीस आर किड्स मैन. कोई बंदा प्लांट भी नहीं कर सकता, ईदी तो दे देनी सी बच्चियां. Okay, I'm going to come to Syed Izne Hussain now. So Izne, you know, what are you doing? Abdullah's playing football. What are you doing? You playing cricket?
यस
Why do you love cricket?
क्योंकि क्रिकेट मुझे पसंद बहुत है और इसमें मज़ा भी बहुत है.
आपका फेवरेट प्लेयर कौन है क्रिकेट में?
बाबर आजम
बाबर आजम आपका फेवरेट प्लेयर है, क्या वजह?
क्योंकि उसकी कवर ड्राइव मुझे पसंद है
उसकी कवर ड्राइव आपको पसंद है, और किसकी कवर ड्राइव पसंद है?
और शाहीन की बॉलिंग भी बहुत
शाहीन की
पसंद
बॉलिंग भी आपको पसंद है. इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर कौन सा पसंद है?
है. इंटरनेशनल
कोई सा भी, ऑस्ट्रेलिया से, बांग्लादेश से, श्रीलंका से, इंग्लैंड से, कहीं से भी हो सकता है, बेशक फुटबॉल का ही हो.
फुटबॉल का तो रोनाल्डो
रोनाल्डो
all
बेस्ट है या
time
मेसी बेस्ट है?
रोनाल्डो
रोनाल्डो बेस्ट है. ओके वंडरफुल. लेट्स मूव. आप भी रोनाल्डो के फैन हो इधर? ओके जी. सो आप क्यों फैन हो रोनाल्डो के?
इसलिए स्पीड तो ज़्यादा उसकी हाई स्पीड के पीछे पड़ा होता है। वो मैसी से भी अच्छा, इसलिए मैं ना मिलने चाहता हूँ ना, इतने दिनों से नहीं मिला रोनाल्डो से ना, इसलिए मैं रोनाल्डो का फैन।
अब कब मिले थे रोनाल्डो से आखिरी दफा?
कभी भी नहीं।
कभी भी नहीं मिले तो, लेकिन आप मिलना चाहते हो रोनाल्डो से?
हाँ।
तो उसको बोलो अभी कैमरे में देख के बोलो रोनाल्डो भाई प्लीज मेरे से मिलो ना। यहाँ ये वाला कैमरा है, वो देखो जो अंकल खड़े पीछे,
रोनाल्डो भाई
ये वाला ये देखो, यहाँ पे वो जहाँ पे अंकल खड़े हैं
इस
देखो।
बॉक्स में
मुझे ना रोनाल्डो भाई से मिलना है।
तो रोनाल्डो भाई को बोलो ना, रोनाल्डो भाई मुझसे मिलो।
रोनाल्डो भाई मेरे से मिलो।
हाँ, रोनाल्डो भाई कह रहे हैं कि अभी उनका मैसेज आया कि मैं शाफे से मिलना चाहता हूँ। अब आपको भेजें वहाँ पे या उनको यहाँ पे बुलाएं?
उनको मेरे घर बुलाओ।
मैं आपके घर बुलाएं, क्या खिलाओगे उनको?
मुझे नहीं पता, मैं अपना सीक्रेट रहूँगा। पिज़्ज़ा भी खिलाऊंगा।
पिज़्ज़ा नहीं, हमें मंदी खानी, मंदी नहीं होती या सोबत होती है ना?
इसका सोबत बना दूंगा।
अच्छा आपको पिज़्ज़ा पसंद है? Okay, well that's great. Now let's move on to Mohammed Wahaj. Wahaj, what are you doing in your summer vacations and how are you taking advantage of this time?
I am play football and
And then what do you do? So you go play football and then come back and then what do you do? क्या करते हो फिर घर आके जब फुटबॉल खेल लेते हो?
फिर मैं
राइडिंग भी करते हो? कहाँ पे करते हो राइडिंग? घोड़े अच्छे लगते हैं आपको? घर पे राइडिंग कैसे करते हो? क्या अब्बा को घोड़ा बनाते हो? अब्बा बनते हैं घोड़ा? सारे हाँ क्या करते हो?
पढ़ाई करता हूँ।
अच्छा पढ़ाई भी करते हो, रीडिंग करते हो? अच्छा that's great. Okay, writing. Okay, well that's wonderful.
But
But
since summer has started, so it's very, very hot. Now you guys have to tell me what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Okay,
या
ice
ice cream खाते हो या fruits खाते हो?
ईमान
कौन
आपी
बचा? हाँ।
की आंखें जो है ना एकदम चमकी आइसक्रीम का नाम सुन के। ईमान आपी आप बताओ पहले, what ice cream do you like?
Double chocolate.
हाँ, caramel chocolate?
Double chocolate.
Double chocolate. Wow.
What about you?
I eat anything.
Anything.
Like any flavor.
Any
Any flavor that gives.
Just ice cream चाहिए, कोई भी flavor.
Yes.
Wow.
Well,
What about you, Shafay?
शाफे
कौन सी
आइसक्रीम
का
अच्छी
flavor
लगती है?
क्या?
आइसक्रीम अच्छी लगती है?
हाँ।
कौन सी वाली?
बताओ कौन सी? ओरियो।
ओरियो अच्छी लगती है। ओके, आइस लॉली नहीं अच्छी लगती? क्या
कौन
वजह?
आपको लेके देता है आइसक्रीम?
कप वाली।
कप वाली अच्छी लगती है।
वाली,
वो
और आपको
गिरती
कौन
नहीं है ना
लेके
गाड़ी में,
देता
है ना?
जिसको ना कॉफी जैसा पी सकते हैं।
Oh.
जो गिलास में होता है।
Oh, that's
चॉकलेट वाला।
okay. That's wonderful. So,
Like
Izne,
girls playing
what is
coffee.
your favorite dish to eat at home?
केक
केक जो फिजा
बिरयानी
बनाती
बिरयानी
है।
नहीं अच्छी लगती कोई? अम्मी के हाथ का क्या अच्छा लगता है?
मैक्रोनी
मैकरोनी। ओके, well that's wonderful. जिसका मतलब है कि अब्बास भाई घर पे काफी मैकरोनी एंजॉय कर रहे हैं। इसने आपसे ही पूछते फिजा आपी से, फिजा आपी आपको खाने में क्या पसंद है?
खीर
खीर पसंद है? That's wonderful. I think I certainly want to go back in time and probably enjoy all of these food items. Why not? So Wahaj, you know, I've seen a lot of children these days eat a lot of fast food, right? It's not healthy, right? And so, do you eat fast food? Do you eat French fries?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Do you drink cola?
Yes.
Yeah, but then are you thinking of stopping it?
Yes.
Because it's not really healthy, right? Yeah. So why don't you give out a message to all those other children कि हमें इस तरह के खाने नहीं खाने चाहिए, healthy खाने खाने चाहिए, healthy खानों में क्या खाना चाहिए बताओ जरा कैमरे में देख के। वो जहाँ पे अंकल पीछे बैठे हुए ना वहाँ पे वो कैमरे में
हमने
देखो।
एप्पल खाना चाहिए और हमने मिल्कशेक पीना चाहिए और हमने हेल्दी आइसक्रीम खानी चाहिए और
हेल्दी आइसक्रीम होती है, बिल्कुल होती है। थैंक यू सो मच।
For saying
और
that.
क्या खाना चाहिए? हेल्दी कोला भी पी लेनी चाहिए। हेल्दी कोला कौन सी होती है? आई थिंक दैट्स ग्रेट, बट यू कैन ऑलवेज मेक हेल्दी कोला। इट्स ग्रेट। अच्छा मुझे ये बताओ, लास्ट क्वेश्चन आप सबसे, कि घर में मामा गुस्सा करती हैं या बाबा गुस्सा करते हैं? दोनों ही गुस्सा करते हैं?
ओह, किस पे
ठीक है।
गुस्सा करते हैं?
आपस में एक दूसरे पे या आप पे गुस्सा करते हैं?
मुझ पे।
आप पे करते हैं? अच्छा, मामा बाबा पे गुस्सा करती हैं या बाबा मामा पे गुस्सा करती हैं? दोनों एक दूसरे पे करते हैं। वो ठीक है, ये भी ठीक
और
है।
वहाँ
आप
पे
फिजा आप बताओ जरा, कौन गुस्सा करता है घर में?
कोई भी नहीं।
कोई भी नहीं।
वाओ।
ओके, वंडरफुल। हाँ जी, आप बताओ जरा, सच बोलना है।
मामा
मामा ज़्यादा गुस्सा करती है, बाबा को भी जानती है ना, बाबा बताते रहते हैं हमें अक्सर। उसकी कुछ वजूहात है जो उनके भी काबू से बाहर, लेकिन उसका कुछ नहीं कर सकते। जी ईमान आपी, कौन गुस्सा करता है ज़्यादा? मामा। हाँ, वो हम पे भी बहुत
किस पे
गुस्सा करती हैं, मैं
आप
आपको
पे?
अभी भी बता रहा हूँ।
या अब्दुल्ला पे? दोनों
दोनों
पे?
पे?
कौन तंग करता है
और
मामा को
बाबा पे?
सबसे ज्यादा?
बाबा पे तो नहीं गुस्सा करती? अच्छा
और मामा को कौन सबसे ज़्यादा तंग करता है?
कोई भी नहीं करता होगा, अब तो दोनों बड़े हो गए यार, है ना? That's great. शाफे कौन तंग करता है घर में?
मेरे जब मुझे लगता है जब मेरे मम्मा बाबा के साथ
गुस्सा करती है?
गुस्सा करती है ना, फिर ना वो ना मजाक करती है ना, फिर मुझे लगता है वो ना सच कर रही है।
अच्छा सच कर रही है, okay. Abdullah, what about you? Yeah, I want you to be honest, okay?
Yeah, same answer as Emaan.
Really? What did she say?
She said that Mama gets very angry as well,
Really?
more than Baba. But still, it's like we try not to be angry that much in home.
मामा को सबसे ज्यादा गुस्सा किस चीज पे आता है? कपड़े इधर उधर फेंक दिए, मुंह नहीं सही से धोया, खाना नहीं खाया, यही चीजें?
मेहमान को बहुत तंग करता हूँ।
मेहमानों को तंग करते हो? तो ऐसा तो नहीं होता कि मामा ने जो चीज मेहमान के लिए रखी वो आप खा जाते हो? अच्छा ईमान को तंग करते हो, ईमान को तंग करते हो यार, आप ही को ना तंग किया करो यार, come on, why do you have to tang आप ही? But thank you so much बच्चों, you know, for being with us. Lovely to have you over here. You know, so what we are doing is that, you know, because we sang Dil Dil Pakistan, I would want you all to sing Dil Dil Pakistan with us, and then we'll say goodbye to all of our people out there. Okay?
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's.
So शुरू करो, चलो please.
Okay,
Let's go.
Start. 1, 2, 3. Jaan, jaan, Pakistan, dil, dil, Pakistan, ja, ja, Pakistan, dil, dil, Pakistan, ja, ja, Pakistan, dil, dil, Pakistan, ja, ja, Pakistan.
दिल दिल से मिलते